today is such an exciting day because I have got 3 of my new board games that have arrived. I am so super duper excited. I'm gonna add these to each individual video as like an unboxing because they're still in their plastic. Ooh, just totally ripped the plastic right there. But that's okay because I am unboxing them now. Well, since Rent a Hero was the first one to tear, sort of really unbeknownst to me, I think that I'll go ahead and do it. Rent a Hero, form your band of heroes, 3 to 5 players, ages 10 plus, time around 30 minutes. And it says, Rent a Hero is a simple bluffing and strategy game in which you fool your opponents and thwart their plans. Pay close attention, follow your instincts, and use your hero's powers to the max to win the game. 77 cards, 11 of each hero, 5 player aids, and 1 rulebook. Be the first to recruit 6 different heroes. Okay, so it's kind of like a combination of card and bluffing. Oh, fantastic. Let me get rid of that. Okay, now we open it slowly. It's a bit stuck because it's the first time. Oh, fantastic. Alright, so first up we have got a rule book. Oh, I'm trying not to bend anything. Oh my gosh. Okay, so first we have a little rule book, which is very small. Oh, author, Kuru, artist, B-Bone. Sorry, I don't know. This is obviously from another language. Made in Shanghai, China. Okay, well that's cool. So, alright, so we've got lots of different instructions. I mean, not that many. 7 pages, 9 pages, really 11 pages of, not even 11, 10 pages of text. Fantastic. So there's that. Dust. Ooh. And then we've got 1 pack of cards and 2 pack of cards, and then this handy little insert which will keep the cards nice and neat and secure. But let me open the first pack of cards first, just so that I can have a look at them. And why is it always so difficult for me? Let's try up here. I know what you're thinking, this is absolutely riveting viewing right now. Look at these cards. The Exploding Kittens cards came in like a reusable pack. This is just all plastic just to keep them in check for the initial packaging, methinks. Oh my gosh. Now on this card I see it says player aid. So this is one of the 5 player aids because it's 3 to 5 players. Oh my gosh, I'm really bad at unwrapping things. I mean, I know I just use the tear all method, but sometimes I feel like there's got to be an easier way. Okay, so starting with the player ads, it's got set up. Shuffle the cards and give 2 cards to each player face down. If a player receives 2 identical heroes, he discards 1 and draws a new one until he has 2 different heroes. Number 2, give 5 cards to each player face down. 3, randomly choose starting player. So there are our 5 player aids there. Oh, sorry, that was a bit of noise. Let me put that there. Okay, then number 1, we've got Angry Chicken. And his power is nullify an ability, and he's got a strength of 3 or lower. Okay, so there should be 11 of him. Just totally going to go through this all. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Kind of feel like my partner's favorite card would be Angry Chicken. I'm not even lying. Like, he's the crazy one. Number 2, Pyromaniac. Discard the Vagabond hero. He's got a strength of 5 or higher. That's quite something. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Perfect. Then we have the Witch. Refresh one of your heroes. Strength 3 to 5. Well, I don't know what a refresh is, but I'm sure I'll find out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Perfect. I think I'm going to have to add this now. Yeah, Dog Trainer. Fantastic. Dog Trainer. Prevent a player from recruiting. And he's got an odd strength. And look at those dogs that he has. And half of his face is melted off like that guy from Game of Thrones. This is really weird. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Perfect. Then we've got Sergeant. Look at the Vagabond hero. Even power. I don't know what a Vagabond hero is yet. I'm a bit confused. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Then we've got the Black Knight. Ooh, kind of reminds me of Monty Python. Ignore the required strength. And then it's got like 3 people at the table and it says all lower. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Wizard. Draw 2 cards. And then it's the 3 people at the table or higher. So I don't know what that is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Right, so those are all of our wonderful cards. This is totally not even or anything, so I'm very sorry if there's anyone who is OCD and likes things to be neat and in order, but it's not going to happen here. I'm sorry. Alright, Rulebook. Rival kingdoms are vying to gather the bravest bands of heroes in the land. Your goal, be the first to recruit 6 different heroes to start your adventure. Overview of the game. You play using cards numbered 1 to 7, each player representing a different hero. During the game, players will pass cards face down, choosing to gain clues about the nature of the card. When they receive a card, players either recruit the hero or pass. When a player has 6 different heroes, he immediately wins the game. If there are no more cards in the deck and no player recruited 6 different heroes, the player who has the most heroes is the winner. Goal, be the first to have 6 different. Cool. Set up, shuffle, face down. Yeah, we've got that. Okay, so then the example of a play area. That's nice. On their turn, players assume the role of active player. When a player ends his turn, the next player clockwise becomes active. During his turn, the active player sends a hero to the player on their left, respecting the required strength on the top of the card, on the top card of the discard pile. The player who received the card can then recruit the hero or send it to its left. Okay, so it shows number 1 over there is strength. Okay, so this is actually strength here. Strength. This number shows you if the hero meets the required strength that was revealed in the beginning of the round. Number 2, power. Each hero has a power that can be used once per game. Now, they say discard the Vagabond hero, but there is no hero called the Vagabond, so I'm not sure about that yet. 3, illustration. 4, required strength. This information indicates what strength the hero you send must have. Okay. In the beginning of his turn, the active player draws the first card from the deck and places it on the discard face up. The required strength is shown at the bottom right of the card. It designates which card strength you must play. The active player must then choose from the cards in his hand a hero that corresponds to the required strength, places it face down and sends it to the next player clockwise. This card is called the Vagabond Hero for the entire round. Okay, then they give an example with a witch. The active player draws the top card of the deck in the beginning of his turn and places it on the discard face up. It is an angry chicken. The card shows that a hero strength of 3 or lower is required. The active player has 2 cards in his hand that fulfill this requirement. The Pyromaniac with strength 2 or the Witch with strength 3. The active player chooses to send the Witch as the Vagabond and places the card face down, boom, in front of the player to his left. I have no corresponding cards. If you have no card in your hand that fulfills the required strength, you must draw and send the first card of the deck face down as the Vagabond hero. Look at this card and pass it to the player on your left. Additionally, discard 1 card from your hand. Oh, so then it could be someone who is stronger. Alright. The player who receives the Vagabond Hero can choose to recruit him, turn the card face up, pass and send the Vagabond Hero to the next player clockwise, who must choose on his turn to recruit the Vagabond Hero, pass, ask for a clue, etc. Ask for a clue, see next page. Use a power can be done by any player. If the Vagabond Hero makes a complete tour of the table and comes back to the active player, he must recruit the hero whether he wants to or not. Oh dear. Once the Vagabond Hero is recruited or discarded by a power, the active player draws a card and places it in his hand. It is then the next player's turn going clockwise. Okay, recruiting heroes. If a player recruits a hero he does not have, he adds it to his band of heroes. If he recruits a hero he already has, the two identical cards are placed face down next to his band of heroes. They form the pile of eliminated heroes. Oh, so you can't do it as soon as you get a double. Oh no. To avoid this, ask for clues. If you want to receive a clue before deciding to recruit the hero pass, you can pass one of the cards from your hand face down to the active player. Active player secretly looks at the card you gave him. If the card is identical to the Vagabond Hero, he must reply yes. If not, he replies no. Your card is then discarded temporarily face down so that other players don't know which card it was. You may use as many cards as you like from your hand to try and gain extra clues about the identity of the Vagabond Hero before deciding to recruit him or pass. Be careful, you cannot use the last card in your hand to ask for a clue. If you only have one card in your hand, you cannot gain an extra clue. Ah, interesting. Hero powers. Each hero is endowed with a power that can be used once. You can use the powers of the heroes in your band, not those in your hand. And you can only use each power once in a game. If you have used the power of a hero, turn this card 1/4 so it lays horizontally to show it has been used. You can use a power at any moment, including outside of your turn or even when the Vagabond Hero is not in front of you. When you have the power, leave time for the other players to react. However, after a reasonable time has passed, you cannot go back. If one of your heroes is about to be eliminated because you recruited an identical hero, you can, if you haven't already, use the power of a hero. As soon as the player says, "I'm recruiting," the hero is no longer considered a Vagabond Hero. Okay, 6 different... If there has a tie, the player who used the least amount of hero powers wins the game. If there is a tie after that, all winners share the victory. Required strength. So then it just explains. So it requires strength. Angry Chicken requires a card strength of 3 or lower. Pyromaniac, 5 or more. Strength 3, 4, or 5. Dog Trainer requires a card of odd strength. Sergeant, even strength. Black Knight requires a card of strength equal to or lower than the number of players. Okay. Equal to or greater than the number of players. Okay, that makes sense now. Hero powers. Okay, so starting with the Angry Chicken, you can nullify an ability. Nullify the effects of another hero that has just been used. This hero is considered used even if his power was nullified. Okay, so they use their card and then you nullify it, but they've already used it, sort of thing. You therefore turn him horizontally. An Angry Chicken can nullify another Angry Chicken. Of course it can. Pyromaniac. Place the Vagabond Hero face up on the discard pile. He is not considered to be an eliminated hero. As soon as the Vagabond Hero is discarded face up, the Pyromaniac power cannot be nullified by an Angry Chicken. He is not considered to be an eliminated hero. Okay, alright. So he just goes onto the discard pile. Which? Refresh one of your heroes in your band that is horizontal. This hero's power can now be reused. Okay, so if they're like this, you can use her to refresh. Perfect, then you can use them again. Dog Trainer. The player of your choice is forced to pass and send the Vagabond Hero to the next player. If the Vagabond Hero is sent to the active player, who is then the target of the Dog Trainer, the Vagabond Hero is then discarded. Cannot use it on yourself to avoid recruiting. Oh, jeez. Okay, that would be nice. Sergeant. Look at the Vagabond Hero. The Sergeant allows you to secretly look at the Vagabond Hero's card, being careful not to show it to another player. You can reveal the name of the Vagabond Hero to the other players if you want to give them information, but you cannot show them the card. You are absolutely allowed to lie and announce the name of a different card than the one you actually saw. So that's very tricksy. This power allows the active player to ignore the required strength and send a card of his choice. Okay, so this is just to sort of cause a little bit of mayhem. I like it. Magician, draw 2 cards. This power allows you to draw 2 cards from the top of the deck and add them to your hand. If there is only 1 card left in the deck, you can only draw 1 card. There is no limit on hand size. And that is it for the games. There's a variant from the original Japanese version. Okay, so it was originally Japanese. Nice. Ask for a clue and end of the game, but that is fine. I don't think I'll be playing Japanese versions. And that, everybody, is Rent a Hero Unboxed.